This afternoon, the protests there are political opportunism disguised as community outrage. The party says it fully supports the Premier Supra Mahumapelo, despite residents calling for his resignation. Joining us via the phone now from the ANC PEC in the province, Gerald Modise, who speaks for the party. Good afternoon to you and welcome. So political opportunism, you say. Who do you believe is responsible for this violence then?
Yes, good afternoon, Jeremy and the viewers at home. We believe there is an opportunistic actions taken by people in the province on the anti-Supra coalition campaign for him to be removed as the premier. Because you could remember that this particular action started in 2015, if you remember, where it was disguised as part of the Northwest Business Forum, and currently now the very same people now calling themselves the Revolutionary Council who are propagating this particular move on the anti-Supra coalition.
So who is the anti-Supra coalition in your opinion? Is it disgruntled people possibly within your own party or your arch political opponents?
Some of them are members of the ANC, we know them, and some of them are members of the provincial legislature on the current term, whom we know that they have vocally and openly criticizing the Premier on actions that has been taken on the investigation in relation to the corruption issues as a result by the 54th National Conference and our PEC quarter in February.
What does it say then if some of those who are protesting are in fact members of your own party? It would signal surely a degree of disgruntlement with the administration of Premier Mahumapelo.
Yeah, but look, Jeremy, even that is the case, remember that the Premier does not run departments. The departments are run by MECs and HODs. And if people have issues with HODs, they must focus on dealing with administration on the matters of corruption. But it can't be linked to the Premier. We have been calling on members of the public or any member of the ANC who has evidence against anybody on corruption-related matters to go to law enforcement agencies and open cases. So that
Mr. Modise, with respect, I understand that often it's the preserve of the HOD or the MEC, but you will also concede that the buck stops with the Premier. It's on his watch, and that ultimately he takes full responsibility.
I'm saying at the very same time, you can't, there are laws that run legislation in relation to employees of this country, where you can't just dismiss a person on the basis of a conclusion by a portfolio committee, instead of following due processes of the law. And we are saying the Premier has made a commitment that he will attend to this matter, including in yesterday's meeting, that he will attend to this matter as a matter of urgency.
In what respect? How is the Premier going to attend to that?
Remember there's a call for him to be suspended, but there are other processes that he needs to follow before he concludes, because he doesn't even have the report of the portfolio committee on the matter in his table in his office as the Premier of the ANC of the province of Bukulebu.
Would it not be better for him to stand down until this issue is cleared up and before there's any loss of life?
Currently he's been put on special leave. It's almost more than a month now, and I think that matter will be finalized in a day or two.
But the reality is he still holds the office. What I'm suggesting to you is perhaps he should take matters in his own hands just to calm the situation again before there's loss of life.
Yeah, but I'm saying you can't just be reactionary. And we could remember at some point there was this media frenzy on that the HOD must be dismissed and so forth and so forth. And currently, for your information, Jeremy, he has taken other media houses to court, and including the portfolio committee, because it was a premeditated approach for his dismissal. And I mean, it can't be. We have got laws that we need to follow as an organization and as government.
So you're suggesting that there is a media conspiracy to have the Premier removed?
Definitely.
Who's leading that conspiracy?
Pardon?
I say, who is leading that conspiracy?
I'm saying if you get things on the media, it clearly indicates that there's a conspiracy, and some members of the ANC are working with these particular media houses.
Which media houses?
No. You can't put me in that corner. What I'm just saying, the general
no, I'm perfectly entitled to answer or ask that question. You're suggesting to me, Mr. Modise, that there's a conspiracy, let me finish, by the media to bring down the Premier in the province, yet you won't name those media houses. I find that quite extraordinary.
Yeah, but I'm responding to your question to say, is this a conspiracy? And I said yes. But I'm saying I can't name the media houses because we are still finalizing our issues as internally as an organization, so that we must pronounce on those particular issues as time goes on.
So when are you going to pronounce on that then? Sorry, the line broke up. My question to you is, when do you think you'll be able to pronounce on the conspiracy?
As soon as we are done with the issue of the HOD.
So you're investigating that particular process at the moment?
Yeah, there's an investigation currently in the Department of Health, except about the Premier, and I think before the end of next week or soon, it will be dealt, it will be finalized.
Is the media not simply reporting the facts on the ground and the truth about the situation in the Northwest Province?
I didn't. I'm saying is we'll pronouncement after the Premier has reported to us as an organization on the finalization of the investigations in the Department of Health.
As the principal party in the province, Mr. Modise, you must be concerned about an intensification of this conflict. You would have a responsibility to try and calm things down in that respect. What can you do?
We are working on it to calm the situation down.
Mr. Modise, are you still with us?
Hello?
You said you are working on trying to calm things down. In what way?
Yeah, there's a meeting by the task team set up by the Premier to meet with how there's another second meeting is on Wednesday, on Friday, and we hope by then that this situation. But as I'm currently speaking to you, we have been engaging with the police forces and the Premier's office to deal with the situation.
Are you trying to engage with some of the opposition parties in that respect?
Yes, we have been engaging and speaking to everybody as a leader of society.
Which opposition parties are you engaging with?
We engagement with the Democratic Alliance and the COSATU, our alliance partners, to assist us in dealing with the situation.
Are you talking to the EFF, who tabled the no-confidence motion in the Premier in the first place?
No. We didn't have discussions with them because, remember, the EFF are adamant on their motion, but they have requested that they must postpone the motion, which we considered, and because they are going to court to insist on the Speaker to push for a secret vote system on the day of the motion of no confidence.
Just a final question, Mr. Modise. Given the allegations that are mounting against the Premier, the claim of the R1 million bursary given to his son, his alleged relationship with the Gupta family, other allegations of corruption and impropriety, are you not concerned that the administration in the province is simply unraveling?
No. You see, you can't be judgmental because those particular allegations have not been tested. And we have been urging everybody to say, if there are allegations, they must go to law enforcement agencies. But in the issue in relation to the bursary of his son, I'm not a speaker of Denel, but I can assure you that Denel took out a statement on the response to that particular allegation to say it was not only him who applied for that particular bursary, there are 5 of them, and I think every due processes have been followed, and if there's any other matter, then Denel will respond accordingly.